Hello guys, my name is Mase and welcome to Mase's News channel. Xolani Khumalo, who presents the popular anti-drug show Sizokuthola, is at the center of a storm after a suspected drug dealer who he and his crew were interrogating died in mysterious circumstances this week. The police can confirm that a case of murder was opened at Fosloras police station and transferred to Katlego North Police Station, where an investigation is underway. No arrests have been made yet, but the investigation at an advanced stage, said Gauteng Police spokesperson Mavela Masondo. The drama allegedly started when Khumalo, accompanied by his crew and Gauteng patrollers, popular known as Amapanyasa, descended on a house in Katlehong in the southeast of Johannesburg on Wednesday. Apparently acting on a tip-off, they conned the occupant of the house, Robert Kingsbury, and began interrogating him. Vari's girlfriend Eunice Rath, with whom he lived with their two children, was not home at the time. Rath said she was at a nearby salon. I started hearing people making noise. Excited to see Xolani from the Moja Love TV show Sizokuthola. I noticed many people, including Amapanyasa and some camera crew. I rushed home, and on arrival, I found my baby on the ground and could hear kicks screaming inside the house. Rath said she was prevented from entering the house, but through the slightly open door, she was able to see a group of armed men wearing masks holding down her boyfriend. Vari's pants were down, with his underwear showing some wetness. According to her, the crew found two sachets containing drugs, but they demand that he give them more. They then placed a plastic bag around his head and pepper spray it before suffocating him with. As they pinned him down, they said he should move his right leg as a signal that he wanted to confess. She said bystanders were recording the incident on their cell phone while others were trying to call the police to intervene. Rath said the enforcers then began confiscating people's cell phones, including hers. A few minutes later, I saw a white double cab buggy reversing into our yard. Four well-built men loaded keys into the back of the buggy and speed away. I suspect that he was dead at the time, and they dressed him in my clothes after he had messed up the ones he was wearing. They clearly didn't know whose clothes to dress him in. After the enforced disappeared with the father of her children, Rath said that she and some friends started looking for him at local clinics. They were later told that he had been dropped at the Telle Mogorane Region Hospital in Vosloorus. On arriving there, Rath and her friends were told by the nurse that Vari had been declared dead at the time the buggy had dropped him off. Rethabile Mofokeng, who lived close to the couple's house, was also very unlucky with a group of enforcers. The crew went to her house and searched it, as allegedly taking some cash and cell phones. They then demanded that she tell them where she kept her drugs. They stripped me before placing a plastic tube around my face and pepper spray me. They told me to signal with my right foot when I was ready to tell them where the drugs were. I kept signaling and they repeat the process until I told them I was losing my breath. They then left me and went to the guy with whom they found me, she said. Mofokeng said the crew then started assaulting her friend, Tsietsi Pele, who was also at the scene. They used a police baton, generally referred to as a donkey skiri to beat him up until it broke. They wanted to know where he was hiding the drugs he was known to sell. He kept on telling them that the person who used to sell the drugs had relocated and no longer lived in the yard, but they weren't convinced. They changed their interrogation method and started throwing him up and letting him fall down while his arms were tied with iron bars behind his back. Pele was still bedridden yesterday. The scars and swelling on his body were testimony to a brutal beating. He showed the remaining of the baton with which he had been beaten so hard that it had broken. According to at least two bystanders, the armed crew also included the local crime fighting unit, Tata Zonke. So yeah, guys, please comment, please share, and please, guys, subscribe. See you on my next video. Love you guys. Bye.